to one of the Tooting Five. Nick, are you there?
I am here.
Hello, Nick.
You okay?
You've been
I am.
summoned to appear in court on the 9th of August. This court is after what happened on April the 6th, which basically, we've been listening to this on Bromley Radio. We've been playing it at the top and bottom of every hour for people to come up to date with what's going on. You're being prosecuted, shall we say, for harassment of Sadiq Khan. Is that what it says on the summons there?
That's what it says, yeah. On the charge sheet, it actually mentions his name twice. And as you said, for harassing Sadiq Khan.
Now, did you see him on the day?
No, of course we didn't. He wasn't even at home that day.
Oh, well, there you go.
We knew that from his diary that he was up in Trafalgar Square with some sort of Sikh movement. There was an event up there, so he was there. So he wasn't actually in residence that day. Right.
Okay. Very odd, isn't it? If somebody's elsewhere being harassed.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult with harassing when they're not around, but apparently that's what we done.
Yeah, you and the other four.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this to me, this it sort of smacks of entrapment, because we are given prior notice. We don't make any secret of what we do, and we certainly don't ever cause any grief. We've never had any arrests before, but the police had prior warning. They knew we were going to be there. Now, they used Section 42 to arrest us, but if that was put in place, common sense tells you that they should have actually stopped us going there, because they would have had the power to do that under Section 42. They could have put a disbursement order in, but in fact, completely the opposite to that. When we arrived, we actually had local police, no problem whatsoever, as we've never had before. Right. And they were laughing and joking. They actually held banners while we taped them up. That's the relationship we've had with the police in the past.
Yes.
So we was not expecting all of a sudden, like literally hundreds of the police to turn up.
Now, obviously, you've got to go to the time and expense of getting a defence, I presume. We have solicitor. We have applied for legal aid. Yeah. Whether or not we'll get that is another thing. I don't know what levels are set these days. To be suitable, or eligible for it. So we don't know. So we've got a crowdfunding going. Yeah, but I wouldn't hang about waiting for the legal aid. You really need to sort yourself out with a defence lawyer. Yes, well, so we do have one. You've got one. Good. Yes, well, Ali, one of the now co-defendants. Yep. She had a lawyer came to Charing Cross when we went back for our bail hearing. Right. And we've tagged in with that now. One person, which is Kevin. Yep. He has been charged with a separate offence. Oh yeah. Now I don't know if he's been charged with obstructing a police officer. Well, I don't know whether you've ever seen any photographs of Kevin. Kevin is, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, he's not the most physically fit and able person around. He's quite frail. He has quite a few medical issues. And to say that he was obstructing the police, it's laughable. It is absolutely laughable, but that's his charge. And he's going on a different date to us. He's going in a different court. He's going to Wimbledon. Wimbledon, which would be I presume, the nearest court to where the alleged incident happened there in Tooting. I don't know why they're taking him to. I don't actually know. I would have thought there were closer courts. Maybe it's a convenient one for where he lives, because he's not in the same area as us. Yeah. But at the same time, I do believe he lives close to Ali. Yes. But Ali is one that will be with us in Westminster. Yeah, and there's another. It's being held in Westminster, of all places. Yeah. And that's because you had to appear at Charing Cross Police Station. Yeah, but why take us to Charing Cross in the first place? Well, exactly. When they bundled us into the back of the van, which I've got to say, it was quite a warm day. Mm. They shoved us in there, besides having handcuffs up my back, which do I look like a violent bloody criminal?
So I've got handcuffs up my back. They shoved me in the back of the van. I asked them, can you open the door a little bit so I can have some air in here? Because it's all like perspex in there. So you're sealed off, like a bloody turkey in an oven. And they kept us there for quite a bit of time. And I asked repeatedly, when and where are we going? And they kept, we don't know. Well, they did know where we were going. And Charing Cross is a place where they take like terrorists and stuff. So, and it was a horrible, horrible experience being in the back of a van with your arms up your back. You can't hold on. You've got no way of supporting yourself. So you're getting thrown about all the time in the back of the van and all the way through to Charing Cross. When they could have taken us to a local, Nick, really. But no, I don't think it was a way of making an example of us. I think that was what the intention of the day was from the police or through Khan.
Yeah, without a doubt, intimidation and all of that. And like you say, make an example of you. Now, another question, and this is an important one. Were any of you issued cautions?
No.
Right. Do not accept a caution because that will stay on your record.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'm just saying, it stays on there and it could have its consequences later on. I don't know, if you go to get a job somewhere or do something.
For me, that doesn't matter because I'm way past that sort of stuff. I retired many years ago. But it could affect other people. And no, I would never accept a caution.
No, so they either charge you or they let you go. But don't accept a caution.
No.
There's some wise words there that somebody gave me when I was a union member.
Well, I was a shop steward, so
there you go.
So I have experience
yes,
dealing with authority or people that think they have authority over you.
Okay, now this crowdfunding that we mentioned earlier, where can we get access to that?
It is on the. I mean, I can get Gemma to send you some link or something.
I think she has. It's just that we've been a bit slow here in getting things up on our Bromley Radio Facebook group page, but we will put the link there, of course. And I even played the audio from Gemma's interview with you last week. And even my mum, she's 86, she wants to donate to it because she thinks it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we have a GoFundMe that has been on our group for, I think it's since a year last February, so a fair bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that money has been used for a huge amount of printing.
Yes.
I think we collected about 28 grand in total.
Wow.
And I mean, over 10 grand went to one printers.
Good
there,
Lord.
Which, I mean, I make a point. I mean, this is other people's money. So I've always been very, very careful that if I'm handling someone else's money so people can see where it's gone. And we paid out of that at least half a dozen people either hardship or legal fees.
Yeah.
So we've used this money that we've collected for other people's legal fees,
sure.
When they've been accused of stuff. So, of course, there's precious little left now.
Yeah.
But I'm always very aware of, if you're handling someone else's money. So I obviously wasn't in this position, of asking people. But I do think this people need to look this in the round. This is not just about us 5 people. This is about being able to go out and protest peacefully, which is what we were doing, and historically is what we've always done.
Yeah.
And to be shut down like we were, and as I say, I think in fact because they could have stopped it without a doubt, and if this is allowed to be set, that even though legally, there's enough laws out there that say that even Sadiq Khan recently made some little speech about people being out to, protest peacefully.
Sure.
And then, but if you look in the law, there are also so many other laws that stop you protesting. Yes,
that's right.
Peacefully.
You're quite correct. So another curious question on my part: when you got rearrested, shall we say, at Charing Cross, when did that happen after the election?
Yes, conveniently.
So we got a Labour government. He's a Labour mayor. Yeah, Red Russia. That's what I think of there.
Can I mention something else here?
Yeah.
When I was arrested, say this is we have so much. We're going to actually edit something. We're going to get some of these videos and put them together so people can actually see what went on there that day. I mean, I was singled out. I was the first person to get arrested. I was pointed out. I do have. I'm going to say big-headed, but I mean, I have a certain prominence. I've been doing this long enough. I've had dealings with Steve Khan. He knows me. I know him. We don't like each other. That's accepted. So they know who I am, and they singled me out. But when they arrested me, they used, as I say, evidenced on video, they used Section 42. When I got to the custody suite, eventually, they read out, and I did actually query this, obviously, and I said, this being a custody suite, obviously there's CCTV sort of cameras all over the place, and so you're recording everything that's being said here. The arresting officer said I was there for blocking the roads and stopping an emergency vehicle going through, which is total and utter lies. I mean, it's no less than that. It is utter lies. And I questioned her on camera, so I made a point of doing it. So where did you get that from? Where did that information come from? And she said, another officer. I said, well, who? Don't know. So they fabricate stuff. The police, they're just absolute liars. But say they use Section 2 to get me, and then when they get there, they tell you that I'm blocking the road. And there was an emergency. They said it was a fire engine. Well, you can look at every, say there's continuous footage from start to finish of that day. There was nothing like that at all. We've never blocked roads. I've certainly never blocked roads. In fact, when they arrested me, I was standing on the pavement filming, and we were in the process of dispersing as we were asked to do. There was no time frame given to it. It wasn't like, oh, it's 1 o'clock and you've got to be done by 1:30 or anything like that. It was just said, clear up, go. Ali, the lady who got arrested, she's literally, and you'd say, again, evidence, by the videos, she's sitting on the floor, taking the dinosaur suit off, trying to get her boots on, when they drag her up and put her arms behind her back. This was there. They were there to provoke us and get a reaction, which they didn't. I mean, there was no violence.
No.
Yeah. The only reason I struggled when they grabbed me, I struggled because I didn't want to hand my phone over. Because the arresting officer, the first thing she did was grabbed for my phone. And I went, whoa, no. Yeah. This is personal. This is nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And then and also, and I'm going to try to highlight this and all with this video. One of the policemen involved, there was an Asian one who was behind my back. Obviously, I couldn't see. I didn't see it until the footage came out later. The look of glee on his face, he was absolutely lovely. And he yanked my arm up my back totally. Yeah, there's a thing about proportionality with the law. Yeah. Well, they were disproportionate in the way they reacted. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Well, look, all the best to you. I believe you got our ULEZ reporter there, Gemma. Let's have a quick word with her, can we?
She's here now. I'll see you later, all right?
All right, thank you, Nick. All the best to you, sir, and the other four as well.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Gemma. You are our ULEZ reporter, and you brought this to our attention. Great interview last week. We've had that going out on Bromley Radio at the top and bottom of every hour. It's also a standalone podcast. If you go to our Bromley Radio website, bromleyradio.com, you'll find that on the website there as well, in our Listen Again section. How are you, and what's the next plan going forward, do you think?
Well, big thank you to you, Mick, for putting this out on Bromley Radio, because I think we need to just gain support, really, and raise awareness. That's our biggest thing at the moment. People aren't hearing about what's actually happened.
Yeah.
It's, being covered up by, social media. It's not, Facebook is even trying to stop things from going out, so we're having real difficulty getting our story out there. And it's just becoming very difficult, and I think this is something that really should be known by people what's happening. It's an abuse of power. Our London mayor is there to support us, support the people of London, and he's not doing that. He's abusing his power. He's making it very difficult. If you don't agree with something he says, for instance the ULEZ, it's, you're pushed to a side. You're not, the voices are being taken away from the people.
Indeed, which is wrong. Now, raise awareness. How about getting your London Assembly representative involved. He'll be the chap that represents Bromley and Bexley, for example. So he could certainly ask Sadiq Khan when they have the mayor's question time there at the London Assembly. Also, write to the MPs, let them know and see what they have to say.
Definitely. Again, I mean, we went to the People's Question Time at the O2 just a few weeks ago. There was a group of us there, and it was, it was almost cringy, to be honest. Every question that was asked that wasn't in his favour, he, just shut down or said to people, I'll talk to you after. Did he talk to these people after? I don't know. Obviously, we don't have contact with them, but they picked and chose their questions they were going to ask. It was a complete shambles, and it just showed that, they really aren't working for the people. They really aren't. There was a police officer there himself basically saying that this is how his job has gone and how, he's not being supported as a police officer even.
Indeed.
And it's just everyone is feeling it, I think. In one way or another, people are feeling it. But unfortunately, to have this hanging over these hard-working, good people's heads, that they've got a court case and a conviction that's going to affect things that happen to them in their future, going to other countries, going to,
exactly.
If they are, it's just not fair. And they were doing absolutely nothing wrong. I was there, and when you see organisations such as Just Stop Oil blocking roads and causing complete mayhem and nothing happening to them, it's questionable.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And obviously, the one word that comes to my mind here with all of this is that they're treating you with contempt, which is wrong.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Gemma, thanks ever so much. And,
no, thank you, Mick. And,
we'll
yes, I will
highlight this
update.
even more. Yeah, thanks.